Today I've got some big plans because I want to get an XP farm set up in some capacity, because I'm almost positive the JoJo has literally gotten caught up in GregTech hell. And so after he set all of that up, I haven't really seen him on since. So we still need XP, and I need XP, and I need a lot more to help me repair my tools much faster. So today we are definitely getting that set up. But just to recap, over the last few episodes, I have made myself a functioning concrete farm that produces every single color, and a dye farm that literally produces every dye color and keeps quite a bit in stock. I've also made a fully functional rail system with package management and a chocolate factory. And then let's not forget about the chocolate shop where I am selling my chocolate, and now the concrete powder shop as well. You know, Chosen's Powder Co. right here, where I am selling all of those products that I got set up last episode. So now to make this XP farm, it's not going to be your traditional XP farm using Create. No. I'm not going to be using Silverfish for this, because even if we did use Silverfish, I still have to be there in order to do this. So I want to make this a little bit more productive. And we actually have the ability to pick up mob spawners. So I was thinking, what's one of the best mobs to farm for XP? Blazes. And not only that, with blazes, we need those blaze rods. Yes, we are going to need a supply of them if we ever want to be able to automate the production of redstone. But where am I going to put a farm like this? I mean, this area right here might be pretty decent for this, but it does mean I need to work out an area. Now, I think I want to continue my path and have the path that goes from over here lead all the way into this tunnel and through this tunnel side. And then I might have myself a little bit of farm inside of this tunnel. And this will actually make setting up the mob spawners so much easier, because all we have to worry about is the chambers and build out those chambers. I think this is pretty nice. And look, this center area is already hollowed out. And I guess while I'm also getting the path set up, I could also bring the path over here and have that path line up with this side as well. I think that would be pretty nice. That way we have our kind of cohesive path, or at least getting it started, where we can have it kind of zigzag back, because it would really love the ability to walk through here as well. But you know what? I think all of the clearing out of the blocks, I'm going to get that done over on Twitch. So if you haven't followed me over there, definitely be sure to do so you don't miss future live streams. But of course, you guys are going to see this all in time-lapse form. So without further ado, roll the time-lapse. So with that all done, we now have ourselves an empty room, some decent walkways, and some unfinished paths that, well, make their way up to the train station. However, it doesn't go anywhere from there just yet. I do eventually want to extend these paths and also have them go all the way around, potentially even making it up some way, maybe with like an elevator or something up to the chocolate factory. It'd be pretty cool having these walking paths just continue their merry way this direction. But now with these sort of projects partially started, it's now time to really start looking at the big project. And that is what is going to fill this room right here. And I did line it with some coarse dirt, also some rooted dirt. And as you've seen from the time lapse, I ended up building a massive drill temporarily, and then just used a piston and a few poles and just manually extended it. It's really great for small projects like this if you want to clear a hole. I mean, that means if you don't want to use a drill contraption that you might have made and constantly modify it over and over again, but I'm not modifying my current drill. That one's too big. So yes, how am I going to make an XP farm? Well, I was also experimenting while I was playing around on Twitch streaming I actually managed to come up with a really nice, and I mean nice, design for this. And this behemoth that you see behind me is essentially what I came up with, even with a giant A for architect. But how does this thing function? Well, the goal is to have 3 spawners that go in here. The cool part is you could use this for anything. It doesn't actually have to be just blazes. And this, along with Enchantment Industries from Create, will allow you to not only farm the mob's drops, but also farm the XP orbs and farm them efficiently. And the reason it's going to be farmed efficiently is because we have deployers that are right here that are going to be punching the mobs before they die inside of the crushing wheels. And some mobs, for example, like blazes, this has to take place because the fake player or player have to have hit the mob for it to even drop blaze rods, and it will also drop more XP. And so long as it has at least punched it, it dying in the crushing wheel very quickly will also farm those drops as well. And everything just gets funneled down into these 3 belt lines. And on the back of the deployers, you are going to need some chutes because it seemed like in testing about every single blaze, one blaze, was essentially producing 3 XP orbs. Sorry, nuggets of experience. Yes. And so the main drops end up going into here, and nuggets of experience end up making their way into the vault. And you know what? This schematic I am going to be using because I have created one. Now, some other things to note. If we do pop on inside here, I also have fans. So these are going to be running at max speed. The mobs are going to spawn from these spawners, where the cobblestone's at is where the spawners are going to go. And they are going to be spinning, land in the center here, get punched, and they're also going to get crushed while these fans are also blowing them and forcing them down into the center. And yeah, in the testing that I did, this thing works so good. Like, you don't even have to worry about moving the mobs outside of the range of the spawners because they just end up dying so fast. Now, I will also have this over on the Discord as well. So if you want access to this schematic, yes, be sure to pop on over to the Discord, check out the schematic channel. I will have this entire thing ready to go, which just utilizes base create items and also vanilla items to make. And yeah, they're all pretty reasonable to get your hands on. While you're checking out the Discord, might as well also check to see if you're subscribed to the channel. And a lot of work goes in these videos, so I mean, I would really appreciate just a small little subscribe and maybe a little thumbs up on this video. Now, the schematic's name is Chosen's Mob Masher. Just gotta load that in here on the server and just check to see what resources we're gonna need for this. I mean, it is, however, after I get it placed in. So I did make this room big enough to be able to handle this thing. Does look like it is backwards, so let's actually rotate this. And there it goes. My goodness, this thing is beautiful. And this right here is exactly, I think, where it needs to go. It's lined up with the wall perfectly. We have a little bit of a gap, which we kind of want. And there will be belt lines underneath here. Oh, this is going to be great. And then I plan on diverting it into 2 other vaults or more vaults and then having some XP routed. I think this is going to fit perfectly. Yeah. Then I'm just going to design this a little bit. But now that we have it in place and I have its destination set, well, now we've got to go back here and we've got to see if we have all the resources for it. Oh boy, wrong thing. Schematic goes in here. Clipboard goes in here. There we go. So this will give me a nice detailed list so you can see everything. So some andesite funnels. We're going to need like a few, like 4.5 stacks, essentially weathered iron, some chutes, a few crushing wheels. I'm basically building out a 9 by a span of 9 because spawners have a range of 4 blocks on all sides that they can spawn from. So I'm making sure to utilize all of that space. And yes, making sure they also do not spawn outside of this spawn chamber. Looks like I still have a lot of things to gather up. Pillars, looks like some glass, bunch of shafts, just some simple things. Just grabbed a few things that I needed, and we are now cleared for takeoff. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy going. But one more check, just real quick. I want to make sure that I have this set the way I really want it. And I actually think I want this to go up one more. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, it needs to go up because I want this vault to actually be on a platform. So there we go. Okay, so now we're basically where we want this to be. And this is definitely more fitting. It goes right up into the ceiling and fits perfectly. Now that that's set, all we gotta do is hit the play button and just let this thing rip. All right, so it's gonna place in all of the vaults. I will go ahead and actually break down the vaults after they are placed in, because sometimes it can cause some weird issues when using the schematic cannon. Like sometimes the vault may be formed, but like it doesn't think that all of it's formed. Just some things to kind of mention. Also, I didn't even know I had short grass. I'm wondering how this is actually going to place the belts in, or if it's going to place the belts in. I might still have to do all the belts. We'll see. We'll see how the schematic actually handles everything. But yeah, just keep in mind, you guys get access to the schematic, and it will work with any spawner, not just blaze spawners. It should work with anything, and should also generate that XP so long as you are using Create Enchantment Industries. Now, some things I did notice while it is building this, yeah, it completely borks up belts. So belts are still going to have to be things that like you manually do yourself, but I did also manage to place everything in line in the back, including all of the kind of functional stuff that allows us to spin in the optimal direction back here as well. Everything's ready to go. Just got to get this whole thing placed in. I'm probably going to also have to fix the connected textures here, but outside of that, this saved me so much time needing to rebuild this thing again. And so there you have it. This thing is essentially done. I still have no idea what it was doing over here because these belts didn't even exist on this side. And nor did these belts. It seemed like it had a little bit of problem placing these in whenever it was trying to place the belts in. So strange. I've just got to get all of the belts placed back in, but for the most part, I think this is going to work out really, really well. I have the inside set up with some torches for now, and we're probably going to keep the torches in here for a while. I'm thinking the blaze spawners should be fine after we go find some, but yeah, they shouldn't spawn so long as the light level is above 11, and keeping the torches there should definitely keep it there, but we'll have to see. Another cool thing about the schematic is it does look like it did automatically put these in attack mode, which is fantastic. They do have to be in attack mode. You have to use your wrench on the hand and right click on them to put them in attack mode, and that's how this is functioning. So voila, everything is in place, well, except for the spawners, and that's gonna be a challenging part. See, we can actually move spawners with Create, and it's probably how we're gonna end up moving some of the spawners. But once we get them here, we have to be able to place them in, and placing them in with the Create contraptions is going to be a challenge. What we could do is potentially stack them over here, and then after we stack them, turn them into a contraption. Just, it might turn into an absolute mess. Thankfully, we don't have any burning blocks over here, nor do I think we have fire spread on the server anyways, but still, it's going to be something that I'm going to have to figure out. Speaking of getting the spawners, I want 3 spawners on each side, so a total of 6, which means we're gonna have to find like a minimum of 3 new fortresses. So to prep for this, I have 6 mine carts, I have some rails, a couple of cart assemblers just in case something bad happens to one of them, and I have a few levers, and we should end up, after we get this all done, we should end up with an inventory filled. Now I've got to make my way into the nether, and making sure my nether back tank is full. That's also going to be very, very helpful, preventing us from catching on fire. So yes, lots to do to be able to get access to those spawners. So it's time to head back into the nether. I'll see you guys on the other side. Oh, hey, look, there we are. Perfect. Okay. Oh, and my train is about to destroy me. Nice. So we really have to sort of span off. I don't want to grab the spawners that are here. I want to get the ones that are a bit further out. So maybe I will come across a few more. I mean, there's usually like 2 spawners per location, so we'll have to see. I did bring some XP. I don't have a whole lot, but I have enough to be able to repair my elytra. About 6 of those XP blocks is enough to fully repair my elytra, so this is time to fly and do some adventuring. And that didn't take very long at all. So let's put the back tank in our main inventory so we can hot swap this. And yes, somebody has already been here and has already taken the spawn. See, this is what I'm worried about. I think this spawner in this area has already been conquered. So let's continue on. There may be another spawner nearby. If not, we're gonna have to move on. Perfect. There is one in here. Oh no, I need you on. Need you on. Not placed. Holy moly. That's dangerous. Okay, so I've got to clear this out just enough to get the tracks placed underneath it. And these should leave me alone. There we go. And a lever. And once I put a cart in, of course, that should disengage. Did I put the cart in? There we go. Okay, so now it's done, and I can just go ahead and take these guys out one by one. Thank goodness for that back tank. That makes this so much easier. But yes, once this is complete, I will now have a cart contraption that has a spawner in it. Now, I did find another fortress. This one is wild. This one is just completely situated here in this basalt delta, like completely hidden. But here we go again. Get ourselves another cart contraption set up. Oh, and grab this before these guys cause any more problems. And perfect. Another happy customer. I mean, this is another fortress? What? That is completely enclosed by the delta. This seed is bad for the nether. Wait. Ooh, and look at there. Another spawner. My goodness. And here is the other one. I mean, after this, we only need one more spawner, and that should be it. At least I think so. Yeah, that should be it. Yeah, one more. Oh, we're so close. So now this means one more fortress to try and find. Hopefully I can get out of here because this is completely buried in some very weird stuff. And beautiful. Here we go. Is there any open exposed spawners? Perfect. There's one right here. Oh my goodness. So yeah, my formula, put on the back tank, hurry up, get up here, make sure no gas are going to explode nearby. This is the first time I've had gas though. Ooh, okay, that's another level of fear happening right now. Turn that on, make sure it doesn't destroy it, and just get out of Dodge. Yeah, we'll just get out of here. Now I'm just gonna get my way out of here, but I noticed something over here that I kind of want to grab. Look at it, it's a dried ghast. It's a little happy ghast. Oh, I'm gonna use that for decoration, just not in water. I mean, I'm not gonna do that. Are there any more over here? This is all freshly generated. Very nice. How about this phase logo? What in the world? So now I've just got to find my way back home, as I did travel quite a distance. And hopefully there's just a nice passageway. That never happens though. And thank goodness I managed to find my way back home. Oh, wow. Now for these carts, I kind of have a plan. So if I take two cart assemblers, for example, these two right here, and I place in a stack of 3 spawners directly on top. Those aren't spawners yet, but you'll get what I'm meaning. I can go ahead and pre-glue. Then I can break the cobblestone, and this will allow me to place the spawners on here. And I can periodically turn them on and off. We are just going to need a couple of fresh carts here, I think. So let me grab 2 more carts, and I think this is going to be a good... Oh, wait, that's right. It doesn't actually craft them. Oh, I thought I did the wrong thing. There we go. Anyways, put the windmills back, and I need carts. Oh, the fact that it can actually pull those for the regular mine carts is kind of scary. I don't want to remove the data in them. That would be awful. Imagine having like all of your storage inside of one of these carts, and then it just gets deleted. That would be awful. So I'm going to take these. And let's go ahead and actually we can just do one at a time for right now. Make it easy. Make sure there's a lot of light. We don't want blazes technically spawning. If they do, it's probably not a big deal, but all right. I need another lever. We'll toggle this on so the cart contraption isn't dropped yet. We'll drop it, pick this up, put it on here, contraption it for right now. Then what we can do is we can go ahead and grab our cart out of here. And just rinse and repeat, and we're going to stack them on top of each other. Like I said, I think the hardest part is just like hoping that they don't actually spawn, which they definitely will. There we go. Make sure to recontraption them and just get them out of here for now. Oh my goodness. They won't break the cart, will they? Oh wait, that one is still on. Oh. Oh, okay. That's not good. It doesn't actually get glued. I have to re-glue every time. I have to re-glue every time. I mean, this is very chaotic doing this, I will say. Very, very chaotic. Re-glue, nope, stop. Recontraption. Oh my goodness. And just try to keep these guys away. Don't stop. This is so chaotic. I love it though. Okay, I managed to get all 3 of them done. So now I've just got to get them lined up and get the platform built in here. Now this is going to be absolute chaos, but I'm going to try my best to get out of here like as quick as possible. And yeah, I'm going to have my back tank on. Oh, okay. So once I place this in, this is going to have 2 active spawners in it. No going back from here. Doesn't even seem like I can turn them on or off. So without further ado, we place that one in. All right, that's in spawning mode. Place that one in. Okay, we break this. That should break the cart. Oh my goodness. Put back tank on. Okay, so now we're protected. I do need to break the cart, not the belt. No. Okay, everything is awful now. Everything is falling apart. Okay, we may have a little bit of a problem now that has happened. And we do have a gap in here. How am I going to prevent this from getting worse and escalating? Oh boy, the stakes were made. I mean, if I can get the belt back in, I think we'll be fine. Let me get that fixed. I can possibly hot swap my builder's jetpack with this. Place the belt in. Try not to take too much damage. Okay, that is solved. Do a little bit of battling. Whew. We got a lot of fire going everywhere, but I mean, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. We do have to get the cart out from the other side. Quickly get up here. We can get rid of these guys. Okay. Get off of here. Quit. Outside of that, I think this worked out really good. Without fail. Really. I mean, this is pretty good. Pretty good. Without fail, this has worked. Look at that. We've just got to get the cart out of there. And I think if I get them to despawn, I might be able to quickly get in here. If I swap in the builder's jetpack. Break that. Swap that in. Just pop in here and just try my hand. Yes, try my hand at picking up some of these things. And also breaking the cart without breaking the belt. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can handle the items being in there. We've just got to close this up. Whew. And I think we're good. I think they are contained fully in there. Oh my goodness, now we just got to run power to it and kick this thing on. So let's just swap the glass back out. There we go. I mean, it's good to know that it doesn't really matter. Like, I mean, all of these items that went in here are going to get crushed inside the crushing wheels. So yeah, they're just going to get voided anyways. But yeah, we've got to run power to this. Oh my goodness, time to get some chain drives ready. And that chain drive is going to go right smack dab here. And then on the train, I'm going to run that through this where the wheel's at. Keep everything nice and centered. And that is going to go right there. I think we just got to connect it into the others. Now with power making its way over here, everything runs on max speed. So there shouldn't be any problems there. We've just got to figure out though, what direction this actually needs to be spinning. So I am going to go ahead and grab a gearbox. And I think by default, yes, this is now spinning in the correct direction. Perfect. Let's go ahead and swap this on. Get in our direction. Ooh, no, it is not spinning in the right direction. Okay, so because it's not spinning in the right direction, let's just go ahead and swap that. Now it is spinning in the right direction. Oh, this is something else. And we should notice XP falling. Those noises are absolutely wild. But give it enough time, this should start working. Yep, there was XP. And like I said before, I forgot to clear the item vault. I've got to reconstruct the item vault here. Because sometimes it doesn't work. But there were, I mean, I did see them going in there. Wait. Oh, wait, but it's going backwards. Wait. Why is this all going backwards? Hold on, let's stop this for a moment. Something is not right. Now, this not spinning correctly is super unfortunate because I've got to get this going in the right direction. So if I just do this, connect up, that's going correct. But those are not going correct. And I can't tell what direction the fan is actually blowing in. That's backwards as well. Uh-oh. Okay. Wait, no. These are going the right way. These are the only thing that are backwards. Just that. Are our crushing wheels correct? Crushing wheels are correct. Okay. So we've just got to reverse the direction that our we've just got to reverse the direction. And the funny thing is like the way I set this up, I think I ended up putting an extra case in here because of that reason. So this means this will change quite a bit because if I pull off of here, that means our rotation direction changes, and I've got to get this encased chain drive powered in some way, and we've got to make sure it's also powered correctly and spinning the right way. So to check, are we spinning the right way? We're still spinning the wrong way. Man, those fists are really going to have to change. So I think I have a solution here. This will get these guys going in the correct direction, but we still have to power the fan. And to be able to power the fan, we can use a gearbox here. And I hope this is going the right direction. Turn that. And then we got to check the fan. Oh, man. Lots of change. I will make sure you guys have a fully functional version. Wait, this is also now still spinning backwards. What have I done? After a few changes, this is now spinning, yes, in the correct direction. And our fans are now also going in the correct direction. There's a problem, though. All of those items that we had on those belts are still just bouncing back and forth on the belts. Oh no. I really shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to actually slip on my diving boots. This will prevent the belts from taking over. And I think if I just click, I should be able to walk on this without any problems. This is super dangerous though. Would not suggest. Okay, whew. Never mind. Yeah, I might need to get in here and then just put like a chest with some funnels on the opposite side. Ooh, to kind of get these items off. I don't know how to get these items off, really. You know what? What if I just go back here and break the wall for right now and then reverse the direction? And if I reverse the direction, I think I can actually get this to change. Okay, so let's get the direction reversed. It's actually not that difficult to do here. Just got to swap this. That is then spinning those items off. Okay, that should be fixed. And then I just get to put this right back the way I had it. Oh, and I think everything is good now. I get to close this back up. Tell you what, it's not always sunshine and rainbows here. I tell you what, it's not always pretty, but it works. And if I stand right here, all of the spawners are activated. And this is the platform that will be the AFK platform, and it's already working. Looking inside here, we already have a few nuggets, and those are only going to build up the more of them that we kind of collect here. A little bit of regular XP nuggets. I think it was for me actually taking on the mob. That'll despawn, but all we got to do now is get some sort of storage access on here, but I really want this to go into some other larger vaults and be separated. I want the nuggets to be separated from the blaze rods. So after a little bit of trial and error, I also realized that, yeah, when I was reversing all of the belt directions, I also ended up shutting off my deployers. But the deployers are back up and running, and I will say this thing is absolutely ripping now. Oh my goodness, is it doing fantastic. But I also started working on a little bit of a decoration. So I have some stairs that run up this side. I did have to expand this out because I'm about to get ready to add the wall, but what I'm working on right now is the roof. So the roof is going to contain very similar to our like normal roofing setup, and I'm gonna have a bit of cobbled deep slate and then just one set of the polished and one of the bricks, and that is going to run all through here. So yes, I got to get this roof started, and it shouldn't take me too long to get the roof put in, and then I've got to figure out what am I doing with these walls and what am I doing with this. And you know what, because this is like blaze related, I think I'm going to be a little brave and use some planks in this build. I think this is the first time using like actual planks in the setup, mixing this with a little bit of crimsite, netherrack, and this is going to give it a really, really nice red pop. And then for the backside here, I have added some industrial iron to give this some support, and I think that is definitely helping with the whole arch here. With the walls in, oh, this is fantastic. Got a little bit of lighting I added in. I also added some shafts with some brackets and some girders to span across with some shafts. I do need to get myself some more girders in stock, but this is looking mighty fine. And we also have a ton of items that are now built up in here. And I am noticing we are somehow getting blaze heads, and also we're getting blaze related stuff. So I'm gonna have to make a list filter for all of those things, including the blaze heads and also the blaze powder. I think that sometimes get just grinded up inside of the crushing wheels. But outside of that, I need to get this sent over so that way those items end up in here. I need to get an interface so we can access those items, and then a belt that runs through here in some capacity to move the items over. I did end up putting these doors over here, and I forgot I needed to get those belts set up. So yes, there's still a lot I have to do. Tapping into the back here, I just added a chain drive that goes into 2 gearboxes, which flip this around perfectly. And these are spinning exactly like I'd want them to. Then we definitely need the brass funnels on here, but I gotta stop this real quick. Oh no, I guess before I place those gearboxes in, I should really get the brass funnels set in first, and then make sure I get those filters in. Now I think for the access of this, these vaults, we are gonna have it all connected to one network. The main central network is gonna be here that allows me to insert the items into the center. But the only thing that's gonna be sent out of here, like for example, this side is going to be blaze rods, and on the other side is just going to be those XP nuggets. So we should be able to handle all the requesting from here. And like if I request, for example, like the blaze rods, right? It's going to fill up this barrel. And if I request the XP, it should end up over here. And so if I place this down and then I link these are all going to be tuned to the same network. And then I just need to click here, place that in, and get myself a blaze burner and place that down. Okay, so now we have access to this section, which is fine. It'll keep, this vault will end up keeping like blaze heads that are randomly appear in here inside, and then the blaze powder, and then our rods and stuff will be shifted over to the other vault. So as soon as I turn this on and I use the gearbox over here, those will get transferred. We still should see all of the contents. They're just going to get moved into different storage vaults, which will end up being this storage vault, for example. So we can now see in the item vault there is only 9 inside of there, but if we take a peek, we can still see all of them. And if I request like a stack of them, they end up inside here, perfect, as a package. I mean, that's fine with me. And then I can open the package, and then if I want to put them back in, I drop them back into this vault. I need a lever. Nice. And then once that goes in, it should get auto filtered and just immediately sent back into this vault. And I think the only thing left to do is to get these nuggets compressed up. So we'll take it from this vault, send it into a press. And I'm thinking, what would be a good way to get this in? Maybe we can do like a hopper, and then we could do a funnel, just a regular funnel right on top. Well, it has to be a brass funnel, because if we have multiple products going in here, we want to make sure that we are specifically requesting the XP nuggets like that. And we definitely only want it to send exactly 1 at a time. And we'll make sure specifically nuggets there. Perfect. So that is going in. That way it'll only ever hold 1 of these nuggets at a time. I think that works just fine. Okay. And then I just need to extend some power from here. We can use like this, and then this, and then a couple of shafts. And that right there is now compressing all of our experience for us. And yeah, has no problem doing that at all, it looks like. I mean, another way we could possibly do this to make it even faster, maybe, is by taking all of this and, oh, not doing that. We still need the compressed version on here telling it what it's compressing. Anyways, we'll put that on there, and then we use this to pull it in. I just don't know if this will actively hold 1 item at a time on here. That's the only problem. Oh, and you know what? With it set up like this, we could specify, hey, specifically 9 every time. Then we know every operation it is creating those nuggets. Ah, there we go. And so this, my friends, is one heck of an XP farm and also blaze farm mixed together. And if we sit here and watch this, we will really see it take off. I mean, we really haven't gotten to set here, but this is the spot where we AFK. All of the spawners are active. And so they should push each other into the center. And by the time the next spawn cycle happens, like, the mob should already be gone. Like, and it makes this go incredibly quick. And the fact that it is doing player kills by punching them down here makes this so much better. My goodness. But guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully you learned something new, whether it was about how to use a spawner like this, how to use and get XP whenever you have the Create Enchantment Industries in a pack, and or how to, I don't know, tunnel. Because I did do a lot of clearing of the areas today. But if you did enjoy it, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. Can't wait to see what I can do next with all of this XP, because we do have Enchantment Industries in here, and so now we have something to actually use it on. Anyways, I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and now, without further ado, it's time to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that huge thanks is going to go out to... Oh man, I always spell it wrong. Thanks goes out to Ghost. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and supporting me in one of the best ways possible, allowing me to make stuff like this and be able to share it with you guys. You guys are the absolute boss. I do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. You know how it goes. As always, thanks for watching.